Hello and welcome to the Musical History of, a channel bringing you music history from around the world. Be sure to subscribe to receive notifications about our latest new videos. Alright, let's get started. Ludwig van Beethoven was a German composer and pianist who is widely considered to be one of the greatest musical geniuses of all time. He was born on December 16, 1770, in Bonn, Germany, and died on March 26, 1827, in Vienna, Austria. Beethoven's life was marked by his incredible talent as a composer, his struggle with deafness, and his unique place in the history of music. Beethoven was born into a musical family. His grandfather, also named Ludwig van Beethoven, was a respected musician and Kapellmeister, or music director, at the court of the Elector of Cologne. Beethoven's father, Johann, was also a musician and worked as a tenor in the same court where his father worked. He was a strict disciplinarian who saw in his son's musical talent an opportunity to make him into a child prodigy. Beethoven began his musical education at a young age, studying the piano, violin, and viola with his father and other local musicians. He also studied with the court organist, Christian Gottlieb Niffy, who recognized Beethoven's exceptional musical talent and gave him his first opportunities to perform in public. In 1787, Beethoven made his first trip to Vienna, where he studied briefly with Joseph Haydn, one of the most important composers of the classical era. Beethoven quickly made a name for himself as a performer and composer in Vienna, and he soon began to attract the attention of wealthy patrons who supported his career. In the early years of his career, Beethoven composed primarily in the classical style, which was popular in the late 18th century. His early works, such as his first two piano concertos and his first symphony, show the influence of Haydn and Mozart, but also display Beethoven's own unique style and innovation. In 1802, Beethoven began to experience hearing loss, which would eventually become complete deafness. This was a devastating blow to the composer, who had always been deeply passionate about music. Despite his hearing loss, Beethoven continued to compose, relying on his memory and his ability to imagine music in his mind. Beethoven's middle period, from about 1802 to 1812, was marked by an explosion of creativity and innovation. During this time, he composed some of his most famous works, including his Third Symphony, also known as the Eroica, his Fifth Symphony, and his Ninth Symphony, which includes the famous Ode to Joy chorus. He also composed a number of piano sonatas, including the famous Moonlight Sonata, as well as chamber music, string quartets, and other works. In addition to his music, Beethoven was also known for his strong personality and his uncompromising approach to art. He was notoriously difficult to work with, and he had a reputation for being irritable and quick-tempered. However, his music was so powerful and innovative that it earned him the admiration and respect of his contemporaries, and it continues to be revered by music lovers around the world today. Beethoven's later years were marked by increasing isolation and health problems. He continued to compose, however, and in 1824 he completed his Ninth Symphony, which is considered one of the greatest works of Western music. Despite his failing health, Beethoven continued to work on new compositions until the end of his life. Beethoven died on March 26, 1827, at the age of 56. His legacy lives on through his music, which continues to be studied and performed by musicians around the world. Beethoven's influence on Western music cannot be overstated, and he is considered one of the most important figures in the history of classical music. His music marked a turning point in the development of the classical style, paving the way for the Romantic era of music that would follow. Beethoven's impact on music can be seen in the many composers who were influenced by his work, including Johannes Brahms, Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, and Richard Wagner. His music also inspired later composers such as Gustav Mahler and Arnold Schoenberg, who pushed the boundaries of music even further. Aside from his musical achievements, Beethoven's personal life was marked by tragedy and struggle. He never married and had few close relationships, and his relationships with his family were often strained. He also suffered from health problems throughout his life, including digestive issues, liver disease, and severe headaches. Despite these challenges, Beethoven's music remains a testament to his incredible talent and perseverance. His works are renowned for their emotional power, their technical brilliance, and their innovation. From his early works in the classical style to his groundbreaking compositions of the Middle Period, and finally to his visionary late works, Beethoven's music represents a triumph of the human spirit and a testament to the enduring power of art. Thank you for watching. If you liked today's video, please let us know by clicking the like button, and if you're interested in learning more about music history around the world, be sure to subscribe to the Musical History of channel. Thanks.